July 23rd, 2022. To recap today, it's partially about what was said, it's partially about what wasn't said. Narratives are shifting, especially with the political parties leading into the midterm season. If you follow this stuff daily, you start noticing when these shifts start taking place. Up until the end of this past week, leaders in the Republican Party were posting consistently every day on social media, having interviews with different news outlets, and the messages were always the same. There were complaints about gas prices, there were complaints about the economy, and a lot of those complaints were about the cost of living for Americans. Pump the brakes, shift, it's changing course. Gas prices have now been dropping daily for over a month. Reports are coming out that housing prices are starting to dip, not much, but they're starting to dip. Therefore, those narratives that have been hammered home, not going to be good enough anymore. They got to shift. This weekend, the Sunshine Summit's been going on in Florida, where a lot of the more radical Republicans that are out there, the Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greenes, Lauren Boeberts, have been there talking about everything from climate change to how religion needs to be intertwined with government, and Matt Gaetz talking about why women are complaining about the abortion ruling because the ones who want an abortion would never get pregnant anyway because they're too ugly. Those are the smaller names, but the larger ones like the McConnells and the McCarthys have just been very silent, which is, again, a change. Now, on the Democratic side, the infighting continues. Joe Manchin and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez have been going back and forth at each other on social media, basically talking about how each is a detriment to the party. Once again today, President Biden's been posting everything about the way gas prices have been dropping, how things are starting to get better. But of course, contextually, we have to keep in mind that this Thursday, there's going to be a report coming out, and there's a lot of expectations about what's going to happen with the overall measure of the economy and a possible recession that we could be in. Needless to say, President Biden and other Democrats are going to want people to see the economy in a more positive light before something like that possibly comes out, because they are definitely worried about it. And shifting back just one more time to the Republican Party, once again, the fight over the influence of the party is on. Yesterday, both Donald Trump and Mike Pence were here in Arizona pitching for their own candidate that they have chosen, not the same candidate, that they would like to see become the governor of Arizona. While a lot of candidates throughout the United States who have had that Trump support have won their primaries, it still has yet to be seen if they're going to win the general election. But of course, the divide between the Pence-supported candidates and the Trump-supported candidates is going to determine a lot about the future direction of the Republican Party. And that's the recap for today.